AM 1450 KBMW. Turnable Office hanging out on a fantastic Friday in the Valley, and it is time for your Snap Spotlight, brought to you by Snap Fitness in Wapton, your locally owned gym in Wapton. You didn't know we profile area athletes, coaches, and we got a coach this week, Adam Wiertzema for the VW Blades. How's it going today?
Thanks for having me on, Turner. That's going well.
I should say Section 6A Coach of the Year. Congratulations on the honor, my guy.
Yeah, thank you. It was a little unexpected, but obviously the coaches in the section voted for me, and they've seen the work we've put in and the progress we've made, so it was good. It's a good. It's a staff-wide award, I believe, because our staff, James Bass and Bob Lane, really helped me a lot. And obviously the kids put in a ton of work. So it's a group effort to get that award, and hopefully we got more awards coming down in the future.
Who's the one who let you know about it?
So there's a guy who kind of runs all of our section awards and who we vote and send our stuff into, and he sent me the email last week when it went on, and then I think they put it out at the state tournament, and then it comes on the Minnesota Hockey Coaches Association website. So that's how we found out, and then obviously once some of the locals heard about it, started putting it on the social media, and then everybody knows. So.
And who did you end up voting for? Can you say?
I voted for Josh Myers. He's the Alexandria head coach, and they've won the section the past 3 years. And he's a really good guy. And then and he was the first guy actually to reach out to me.
Oh, really?
And they're the team that's ended our season the past 3 years, and he's seen firsthand the progress we've made from that first year we were here to this third year now, and he sent me a text. It was good to hear from him, and had other coaches reach out too. So
I always ask the players, it's tough being a part of kind of a rebuild process, but how do you? I always said, what do the coaches do to keep your spirits up? And they always have great things to say. But I want to hear from your perspective as far as how much of an uphill battle that can be sometimes, just keeping guys' spirits into it.
Yeah, well, the first year obviously we struggled with numbers, so I actually did some recruiting from kids who'd quit hockey and get them back out and get them playing. That was one of those kids was Brady DeVries this year, which he's a senior and played 3 years and did a great. I'm glad he came back out. We don't know what we've done without him. So it's stories like that, getting guys back out, and then obviously where does everything start? In practice, right? And when you practice and we build up our tempo and got better in practice every day, guys start to build confidence and start having more success in games. But I don't know. You just take it day by day. I mean, is a loss really the worst thing that's going to hurt a high school kid? No, it's not. And it's the thing about it is you got to get back up and come back each day. And the coaching staff and I always try to make it fun and make sure that we're challenging the guys and make sure that we're doing this the right way and setting the standard for what we want to do each day. So then the kids know what's expected and they can show up and fulfill that.
So this was your third year?
Yeah, this is my third year.
Gotcha. And you took over for Evan McCall. It must have been a fun, easy transition there with a former teammate of yours.
Well, yeah, and I was the assistant coach for 1 year under Evan, and Evan did a lot of great things, and he kind of got things rolling here, and then obviously he had to step away, and he called me and said, I think you'd be a great guy for the job, and so I was able to keep it going and keep things going in the right direction.
How was it juggling the first year of being a father at the same time? Congratulations, by the way, your son Taylor approaching his first birthday. So how hard was that to juggle that?
Yeah, well, we still lived in Fargo, so it was a job. I mean, obviously you can't do it without my wife, and she did a great job, and they support us from afar. But yeah, it's definitely a different wrinkle into it. All of a sudden if you have 2-3 games in a week, there's probably you got to not do things on those other nights so you can be home be with the family. But,
for sure.
But Sydney loves hockey, and I'm guessing Taylor will too. So it's
you better.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't need to figure out where you're sending him if he doesn't. So,
right. Exactly.
Military school, I guess. Whatever works for him. But a little bit about a little more on your assistant coaches. I know you said it was kind of a staff award. What is that kind of like running a staff? I guess I've never really experienced it firsthand. So how do you delegate?
Yeah, so James has been around for 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
He's been the assistant, so he's got tons of experience.
He might have been the assistant right after you left.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be close because I know he was there with Ryan, he was there with Carlson, who was before Ryan, and he was there with Evan, obviously. And he obviously knows a lot of the ins and outs of just what it takes to run the season besides what's not on the ice, like getting the bus trips coordinated, just putting practice plans together and stuff like that. And then we also had Bob Lane, who's been around for a long time, and he had recently retired and wanted to get back with the program, so he reached out to me, and we have him back. But I don't know, I mean, it's just day-to-day things, learn how to delegate, and then obviously they're there to bounce ideas off you. It's great to have, 3 sets of eyes on everything, and obviously you can't be anywhere. Like Bob was great for, he's always down in the locker room before practice starts. He's getting stuff ready, and he'd always have a good pulse on where the team is at. Like he'd come up to the office after the guys are getting ready and say, hey, boys are fired up today.
There you go.
We got a lot of energy earlier. You come up and say, the guys are a little. Maybe it was a late bus trip.
Need a shot in the arm.
Yeah,
today.
maybe it was a late bus trip the night before we got back, and he'd come and be like, they seem like they're a little tired, But No, they do a great job, and they help me so much. I guess, if they weren't there, you'd really know it. And sometimes you take for granted as a head coach how much they actually do. And so I'm really blessed to have these guys with me.
How would you describe your coaching style? Just as far as you don't really come across as kind of a ball buster, so I don't really know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's been hard because I want to get along with the guys. I like being the guys, but just with where we're at as a program, like obviously we want to improve. So sometimes it takes a kick in the butt, sometimes here and there. But I want to play a fun style. Like if you're familiar with hockey, like dump and chase is where you get the puck, you get across the red line, you just throw it in and chase it, right? Well, that's not really my philosophy. My philosophy is puck possession, keep the puck. We want to have the puck as much as we can because if we have it,
limit mistakes.
If we have the puck, they don't, right?
Yep.
So that's the kind of style I want to play, and I think that's a fun style guys want to play. You want to have the puck on your stick. You don't want to be chasing. So, I think the style I want to play is fun, and if we get guys playing it, they're going to enjoy it, and they're going to want to work on their skills more, so we can possess the puck more, and then I think it's a snowball effect from there on out.
And you guys had the one win last year, and a big reason for winning the section coach of the year. You guys increased that to 5 this year, and with essentially like the same roster. What do you think was the biggest difference from this year to last year that helped you guys take a step forward?
Yeah, I think it's just, guys getting more comfortable with what we're trying to do, right? The more you learn, these kids have heard my philosophy and what I want to do the past 2 years. So you come back, you kind of know what to expect, and all of a sudden you start that much further ahead the next season, right? Which hopefully we're going to build that going into next season. But I think the biggest thing is guys are, like you said, they're getting older, their skills are getting better. And I don't know if you followed any of the wins, but Wadena was a win that I think is that's our template for how we want to win games. You know, we outshot them 45-9. We possessed the puck the whole game. They didn't touch the puck at all. And I can tell you what, if you don't touch the puck in a hockey game, it's not very fun, right? It is for us, but it's not for the other team. So I want to be a team that's not fun to play against or suffocating because you never get the puck. Because in hockey, you're not guaranteed possession, right? You're only guaranteed a 50-50 chance on the faceoff each time. It's not like basketball or football where you get scored on and they're going to give you the ball, right?
Yep.
So we don't need to give up the puck. We can have it the whole time.
I got a chuckle because someone wrote like a really nice kind of like letter to the editor article on the Wadena hockey team and just about how they've been able to like hold it together and stuff. And I was like, it's kind of fun reading this and being like, yeah, but I still hope the Blades kill them. It's a great story and all, but yeah, I hope the Blades kill them.
Right.
So I know that they were always a matchup that you guys really look forward to. Prairie Center, another one. I had your captain in here. I'm spacing on the name just now.
Jace Johansson.
Yeah, Johansson. I remember the Johansson. I was trying to remember the first one. I almost put a different first name on there. But he was talking about Prairie Center. He's like, we don't like them.
Yeah, there's just some bad blood between us, and they kind of play that style of game, and they kind of got the attitude where they kind of get under your skin, which is fun. But it's better when you can make them pay and beat them on the scoreboard. That's kind of the biggest thing we're looking for. So for
sure. And I guess my last thing, hockey related. I got one curveball I'm throwing you after this, but my last hockey related thing, I guess, is just kind of what would you say to the guys? What was the message at the end of the year where it's like, how are we going to build on this for next year?
Well, I think our season's 15 weeks? And how many weeks are in a year?
52.
Yeah, so
I was like, oh gosh, I hope it's 52. I was like, we got a leap year. Did that add one? No.
Yeah, you thought maybe I was throwing a curveball at you there.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Anyways,
I was like, is this a trick question?
So, if you're only working on your skills the time we're on the ice together, that 15 weeks, I bring up these, my golf game, right? I farm and I live in Minnesota, so how often can I play golf through the summer? It's about June, July, and maybe some in August. So do you think my golf game gets better from year to year?
No, probably not.
No, it doesn't. But I still go back. But anyways, just getting the guys to put more work in the off season, and we're going to challenge them to do that. But also as coaches, we had to give opportunities to work on their stuff in the off season here too, in town. And so they don't have to run to these other towns because there isn't a ton of infrastructure here for hockey development, right? So, we got the rink that takes the ice out in the summer, and we're sort of working on getting shooting and stick handling and maybe some workouts done inside the rink there so that they have that opportunity to just drive 5 minutes or ride their bike over there to work on their skills.
Oh, that's going to be so great for the younger kids, too. Just like top to bottom, that's going to just help everybody take a step forward.
If you look at the basketball programs in town, you can go down to the park and work on your free throws, your three-pointer, your jump shot, whatever, dribbling, So we got to have those same opportunities for our hockey guys so that they can work on those skills and kind of develop that love for the game. And what are you good at? Like, every player's good at different things, and you kind of develop that on your own. Obviously the pond's great in the winter if you go out there on your own, but we got to have more opportunities in the summer to improve our skills.
Gotcha. And then I was going to tell you, this is the last thing I threw in there. I even told Adam before this, I said he's not going to see where this is going with. But I actually had you on my mind the last couple weeks, not just because you won the section coach of the year. This is going to come out of left field totally for you. But Akira Toriyama passed away. I don't know if you know who that is, in Japan. And he's the creator of a show you introduced me to, Dragon Ball Z, when we rode the bus. And I'm forever in debt to you. I say that all the time. I was like, I remember my gateway. I had Adam Wiertzema on the bus. He's like, you got to check this out. Like, it's the best. And Akira Toriyama passed away actually on my birthday. It was very upsetting. 2 weeks ago today. And I was like, oh, if I get Adam here for an interview, I got to drop that on him. I was like, he might not even know, but he's going to know after I talk to him.
Well, thanks for letting me know. I didn't know who that was. So thanks for bringing that up.
I didn't think you would.
I did go through a short stint there in elementary school where I was a Dragon Ball Z fan.
There you go.
And I
you got to come back.
Yeah, and well, it's just funny thinking about this now. I mean, could you imagine 2 kids who rode Bus 5 for how many years?
Exactly.
In the same seat now? Doing an interview on the for the radio.
Yep. Sue Smith took very good care of us.
She did.
So,
oh yeah.
She made sure she broke up all the fights on the bus and everything. She knew what she was doing on there.
And now I got her grandson on the team.
Yeah, there you go.
So it's
Trey. Yeah, I almost forgot about Trey being on there. He's gonna be a senior next year for you guys. So oh my gosh, we're old, man. we were getting up there.
It's not going to get any better.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, I don't think you got any gray hair yet, but I know I can probably find some. But I appreciate you coming on, Adam Wiertzema, head coach of the BW Blades, and looking forward to see how you guys build on this next year.
All right, thanks, Turner. We're excited for the future, and thanks for having me in here.
All right, and then for our snap schedule reminder, I think we just got NDSCS basketball going on for their district championship games. Both of those games will be tomorrow, and then also the Wapton track team has an indoor meet at Concordia College on Monday, so that'll do it for your snap schedule reminder and for our Snap Spotlight. And now for a quick word from our sponsor. Thank you all for tuning in.
Snap Fitness, your locally owned gym in Wapton, wants to have you join their workout family. Snap offers personal training, and owner Renata Faub will even write up workout plans for you. If you're an athlete in the Twin Towns, Snap Fitness will help you make sure you're prepared for the upcoming sports season. To all the retired athletes over 65, Snap Fitness participates in the Silver Sneakers Insurance Program, and most major insurances reimburse for memberships to Snap. Stop by Snap Fitness today and ask about their membership packages. They're located at 102 7th Street South in Wapton.